Hey everybody, I want to welcome you to the conversation. It's a new show that we have on Dreamers Pro. And this show is just basically about us talking about different sports topics, a little bit more casual. It's more of a conversation. And I'm just going over like certain sports events and, maybe just sharing some things with you that happen throughout the week in sports where I can actually just sit down and just talk to you guys and just give my opinion and give my take on different things. And today's episode is actually about, the Kobe versus LeBron finals matchup that never really happened, and why us as sports fans and basketball fans really were salivating at the opportunity to see these two great players play, but it never happened. We just saw them go up against each other many different times throughout the years in which they were both in the league. Well, at least when Kobe was in the league, and all of us just hoping that one day we'll get to see LeBron versus Kobe in the finals. Now, for those of you who don't know, when Kobe actually came into the league, he was, he came in with a lot of hype. He wasn't the first overall pick, but he came in with a lot of hype. This kid that, is from Philly but lived in Italy. He had a swagger to himself. So when he came in, he's the one that even came up with the whole thing, I'm taking my talents to, the NBA. That's where LeBron got the thing of, I'm taking my talents to South Beach. And when he came in, he made a splash. He won Rookie of the Year. Not Rookie of the Year. He won the Slam Dunk contest. And, he came in, everybody was saying he was going to be the next Jordan. He walked just like Jordan. He talked like him. And, he came in, he won the Slam Dunk contest. And a lot of people had a lot of high hopes for Kobe. But the funniest thing was he didn't have the level of success that LeBron did when he first started on. Kobe actually had to build himself up to the point where he became really successful. Whereas LeBron, when he came in, he had the most hype of any basketball player to ever play in the NBA. And when he came in, he just, just shook up the whole league. His first game he played, I think he scored like 25 points, 7 rebounds or something like that. First game as a rookie. And from then he just took off and he named himself, the chosen one, and people were like, is this guy going to be better than Michael Jordan, whatever it was. So at the time LeBron came in, you got to understand that Kobe, I think is about 7 to 8 years older than LeBron. So Kobe was a much more mature basketball player. And a lot of people in the league considered him to be the best player in the world. And a lot of his contemporaries will tell you the same thing. If you go back and watch a lot of videos, you see, like as a Kobe fan, I know I say this and people say, well, you're just a Kobe fan. Well, take my opinion out of it and go and look at what other NBA players have said. Google it. YouTube it. You'll see it. You'll see what players said. See what LeBron himself said. It's not like I'm the one saying this stuff, blah, 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 blah. I'm not Nick Wright that's a zealot for LeBron, or I'm, this person that's a zealot for Kobe. No, this is just my opinion, and based off of what I've seen, I saw both dudes play in their prime, and that's just my opinion. And a lot of NBA players will tell you the same thing. So as a fan back then, we were really excited at the possibility of really seeing these two competitors go at each other. And in one year, we actually thought it was going to happen, because you got to think, Kobe came in, he won those 3 chips with Shaq. And, ever since Shaq left, he was on his journey trying to get back to a championship team. Then you had LeBron, who was going through, his own challenges in the East Coast. He made it to the finals once, but got swept by San Antonio Spurs with Tim Duncan and those dudes. And, but he was still, considered, a lot of people consider, some people would say he's the best player, second best player, whatever it was. And so there was always this back and forth conversation that was happening. And actually one year that we really thought we were going to see it, I think it was in 2008, 2009 season, when Nike actually put up this sort of, they ran this campaign, this advertising campaign with these puppets. So you had the Kobe puppets and the LeBron puppets. And, Kobe was always taunting LeBron in these ads and these commercials saying, hey, I have these rings and I have more rings than you. And LeBron was just like, hey, Kobe, man, I'm going to get my rings too. And all. And it was a really cool thing. But what Nike was trying to do was they were trying to build up to the hype. They were trying to build it up, because everybody thought that the Lakers and the Cavaliers at the time were going to meet in the finals, and we'll finally get to see Kobe go against LeBron in the finals. That was the big lure. And even me, I was watching so many games back then, and I was following, hoping that would happen. And I remember that run that the Lakers went on and the Cavs went on. The Lakers that year, I think they had to beat San Antonio, then they had to go through Houston, and then I think eventually they beat the Nuggets, or so. I think it was the Nuggets that they beat. I think it was the Houston Rockets that they beat, or the one of those teams to get to the finals. And in the East Coast, I think LeBron made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, I believe, and I think he lost to Orlando Magic with Dwight Howard. So we didn't get a chance to see that matchup in the finals. So the only thing we have, between Kobe and LeBron is just the games, the individual games that they played against each other. And with that, you could just say, well, you can just simply go through the games and pick, well, LeBron did better than Kobe in this game, or Kobe did better than LeBron in this game. But for those of you who don't really believe what I'm saying and may not believe that this was a real rivalry, at one point, everyone knows that basketball players, when they go to the Garden, when they play against the Knicks, that's when they put up their best performances. Everyone knows that. Everyone, when you go to the Garden, you want to put on a show. So what happened was, in one game during that Christmas stretch, Kobe's team, the Lakers, went to the Garden first, and Kobe dropped 61 on the Knicks. And at that time, that was the highest points ever scored by an opponent. By opponent in the Garden, and Kobe scored 61. Well, it turned out like 2 days later, LeBron was supposed to come to the Garden, and he dropped like 50. He dropped like almost a 50-point triple-double. I think he was shy by 1 assist or 1 rebound or so. So just to let you know that these guys are trying to one-up each other. Then Kobe would, and LeBron would always say, I'm always watching to see what that guy's doing. Every night I want to see what Kobe's doing. And for a good majority of his career, you would see LeBron concede the fact that Kobe was a better player. He would concede that fact. He would say, Kobe is a better player than I was. But when he started getting older and older, and I think he started trusting himself more, and people were starting to shift to say maybe LeBron is the best player in the world, then he started saying Kobe Bryant is one of the best players in the league. He went from him saying that he's the best to him being one of the best. But I know a lot of fans today, sorry, we got some helicopters going around here, but a lot of fans today who didn't really get to see Kobe play may say, man, LeBron is better, but go back and see. And I wish it's something that the two of them could have settled in the finals, like when Jordan went against Magic Johnson in the finals and they were able to settle that argument in the finals. Jordan settled all the arguments with, like Malone and all of these guys because he played them in the finals and he beat them. But unfortunately, we didn't get to see Kobe and LeBron do that. And the funniest thing is, they're both going to go down in history as one of the 10 greatest players of all time. No matter what list you are, no matter what list you have, these two guys are definitely going to be considered to be one of the the top 10 basketball players. Some people may have LeBron in the top 5. Some people may have Kobe in the top 5. Whatever it is, they're both great basketball players and great ambassadors for the game. And I think that they both add a lot. They added a lot to basketball. Kobe was always competitive, and LeBron was competitive as well, but Kobe was on the next level with his competitive nature. And I remember the first Olympics that they went to go play in, I think that was the 2008 Olympics when they went to go play in, Coach Krzyzewski, Coach K, all of these guys said that when Kobe walked into the training facility, everyone knew who the best player was. And he said that I think it was that summer when a lot of these players, Carmelo Anthony, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Tayshaun Prince, all of these guys saw how Kobe would train, how maniacal he was. They were just like, this guy is on another level. He's on another level. I mean, this guy's waking up at 4 a.m. to go practice, do all this different stuff. Then the practice will begin at like 10. I mean, he would start practicing, by like around 7, and then the general practice will start. And they will get there and they see this guy's in a full blown out sweat. And it's like, what? How long have you been here? Go look at the stories. And what happens is when great players spend time amongst other great players, they learn from them. That's the reason why, a lot of players took that one-legged step back fadeaway shot that they got from Dirk Nowitzki. Everyone learns from each other, but it's just a shame that we never got a chance to really see these two great players go at each other in the finals. I think it would have been amazing. Really, I think it would have been amazing to see these guys do it, but unfortunately it didn't happen. But it's something I would have liked to see. So really, the question I'm putting out there, this is not a radio show, so I can't get live callers to come in and just start commenting. What instead, what I like to do is I just like to get your opinion on who do you think is actually better? Do you think Kobe is better than LeBron, or LeBron's better than Kobe? And if they were to go up against each other in the finals in their prime, whose team would you pick? Who do you think is going to win? My pick is on Kobe's teams, but LeBron James is a hell of a player. He's just, he's a hell of a player, and he LeBron James he's the system when he's playing. He's that good to facilitate an entire offense, whereas Kobe can just take over a game, whereas LeBron can facilitate a game. So You know, I really like to hear what the fans think. You know, I'm a fan as well. I have my opinion, but I want to know what you guys think. And I said this is just my first time trying out this show. It's called The Conversation. So I really want to get into contact and communication with you guys to know what you thought about it. It's my first time, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is Charles here again from Dreamers Pro. Wishing you a great day. Peace.